So, Jen, tell us a little bit about what's coming up in the next year for you.
So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I'm actually 5 weeks out right now of Pittsburgh Pro Show. So I'll be doing that show, and then 2 weeks later, I'm going to jump into New York Pro. And 2 weeks later, I will be at the Toronto Pro Show as well, my hometown. So I wanted to give that one a shot, and I did that as my pro debut last year. So I'm excited to go back there. It's always a fun show. Nice.
And I mean, what's going on right now with your training? I mean, can you give us some insight on what that looks like, your training and your diet right now?
Of course. So being 5 weeks out of the show, I mean, I did just compete at the Arnold's. What was that, maybe a couple of weeks ago? I can't remember. I think 3 weeks ago by now. So my training is still pretty intense right now. Diet is still very strict. I am following my prep meal plan still. However, I do have a little bit more flexibility in terms of a little bit more carbs I'm eating right now versus a few weeks out of the Arnold's. I obviously was a little bit lower. So the goal right now is to reverse into these next few shows just to give my body a little bit of a break.
Nice.
Just so, because I know after these shows, obviously the goal of doing all these shows is to qualify for the Olympia. So that's going to be in September, and I want to be able to continue dieting until then. So I'm trying to kind of increase my calories going into these shows and then see if we can maintain a good conditioning, about 3 week outlook going into my prep.
Give us some insight in terms of any sort of tips or tricks that you have going on for this upcoming show, things that you've done differently, give us some insight on that.
So differently, I think one of the main things that I really focus on is intensity over duration. So not necessarily working harder or working longer, but working smarter, which I think a lot of us know, in terms of efficiency of cardio, I was doing a lot of cardio, more so than usual for my Arnold's prep and for Columbia, and I just found my body was pretty tired and looking tired as well. So rather than focusing on extreme durations of cardio, just intensity. And with anything like intensity, if you can do a higher intensity over longer duration, go for the intensity, of course. High intensity interval training is amazing. Fat burning effects are great with that, so I find that works really well for me.
Nice.
Training wise, just training heavy, training intense. I started timing my rest periods actually, which I find helps a lot, because a lot of people don't realize you get distracted in the gym. You're looking around, or you're talking to a workout buddy, you're on your phone maybe changing the song, or on Instagram, and then next thing you know, it's 2, 3, 4 minutes gone by when your rest period was only 60 seconds for that set, for instance. So
wow.
I find it helps a lot.
Nice.
And just stay focused, because it is tough doing back-to-back shows when you have that time gap, when it's still 8 weeks apart or so, because it's enough time that you have lots of time, but it's also a short enough period that you can still mess things up
right.
if you're not on track, right?
Yeah. And I mean,
just mentally staying focused, I guess.
Definitely. And I mean, what's your supplement routine look like right now? What products are you taking? When are you taking them? Give us some insight on that.
So first thing when I wake up, everyone knows peach mango carnivolic is my go-to. So peach mango carnivolic, I do 1 scoop of that with 1 scoop of the thermal XTC. I love to combine those two, because the thermal XTC I get the stimulants from, and the carnivolic is obviously a fat burner as well with the carnitine. So I do those two mixed together before I do my fasted cardio. And then with my breakfast, I do the Vitabolic, which is our multivitamin. And that one I really like in contest prep as well, because it does have the cortisol support in there. So that helps a lot, especially back-to-back shows. Just that's a big thing, inflammation in the body. So that's something that I always make sure to incorporate. And then pre-workout, Supernova is my go-to. Strawberry kiwi flavor is my absolute favorite. During my workouts, anabolic state, peach mango, of course. And then I actually just got the new Hydro Pure. The salted caramel is to die for. So I've been having that.
Nice.
I've been making protein ice cream with that post-workout.
Nice. And I mean,
so that is my favorite thing.
Do you have something that you have going on in your life that nobody knows about, that you could let Perform know about? Something new, exciting, something that maybe, you could let us be the first people to release it?
I don't really think I have anything to download just right now. I mean, just in terms of preparing for the shows that I'm doing, but I just announced those last week. So Pittsburgh, New York, Toronto, like I said, and then hoping to qualify for the Olympia. So for now, that's all I have planned.
What do you do? What do you do to perform when, say, you could be sick, or maybe you're tired, or things are just not going so well? Maybe you've went through a breakup, just life is rough. What do you do to really get into it and just push forward?
Yes, I think everyone has things in life, obviously, that come up as obstacles. I mean, I'm in school right now, too, so it's tough with traveling so much right now. I feel like I've been living out of a suitcase for the past year, but I'm grateful for the experience. But it's just certain things come up, whether it be personal relationships, whether it be school, finances, business. So I think just remembering that we all have those obstacles going on. And if you're going to let it slow you down, there's someone else out there who's going to push past and work harder. So if you're letting someone get that upper hand on you, I mean, you can't be mad if you're not winning against them in the end, because if you're letting something like that get the upper hand, I find like I work better under pressure. So for me, like if I have a deadline, whether it be for school or competitions, or if I have some extra stress going on, I try and use that as fuel to push a little bit harder. So if I'm upset over anything, I mean, past breakups actually was what got me into the gym. So just using that energy and fueling into something positive.
Nice. Do you have any questions for myself or for Nutrabolics?
What are those new products you guys are coming out with?
Oh, the new products. We got a few new products in the pipeline, but I mean, we're working on a protein bar feed, all natural.
I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I was talking. That's awesome.
And I mean, that's something that we've been working on literally for a couple of years now, and we're finally there. We got a few.
For that is amazing. Super clean.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, no, we got samples. Hopefully, we're going to have you some samples by mid-April. So it's coming up pretty soon. You know, it's going to
be my post-show treat.
Yeah. And I mean, we're working on, you know, quite a few things. I can't really talk about them yet because they're not like fully released, but the protein bar, I can kind of like let it out of the bag. I got some new flavors that I'm working on for the Hydro Pure that like I think are pretty incredible personally. And I think flavors.
When we got to I tried the chocolate coconut, is really good.
Yeah.
The salted caramel is amazing. My tub is already finished, so I'm like, I've been going through that like crazy.
Right? I know, that's my favorite flavor. I know it's
the peach mango smoothie one. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. No, I know the caramel I'm all about, and the vanilla I think is amazing too.
It is too, because it's not like an artificial vanilla. It's almost like a frozen yogurt vanilla.
Yeah. Even the strawberry. Have you tried the strawberry?
I haven't yet.
The strawberry is honestly like, I'm not a strawberry person in general, but I was like, wow. Like, honestly, like I was like, wow, this is freaking amazing. So, I mean, I know that you've got the shows going on. Can you give us some insight on anything else that you've got going on in your life that maybe you want to share? Anything at all?
Mainly just a lot of travel right now. I am here in Vegas right now, so I've been back and forth, Toronto, Vegas a lot. I'm like part-time here, part-time there, which is always fun. A lot of shoots and stuff going on, so I have a few shoots this week that I'm going to be doing, and then again Pittsburgh, I have some shoots lined up, New York. Just hoping to like get to travel as much as I can. We'll see after the Olympia. I might do an overseas show.
Nice.
Potentially, so that would be fun.
Nice.
Colombia was a cool experience. The city was beautiful. The people were amazing.
Yeah, whereabouts?
Medellin.
Is it worth going to?
It was really nice. I mean, if you don't speak Spanish, you're gonna have a hard time.
Oh.
For sure. We didn't speak any Spanish, and like the hotel, all the concierge, the Uber drivers, everything, no one spoke any English, so it's definitely not easy.
Were the girls as beautiful as they say?
It is beautiful, yeah. The city is very nice, and the people there are so friendly, very nice.
And were the girls like, they say the most beautiful women in the world are in Medellin. Would you agree?
I have to say, everyone there for the expo, because I was there for the show and the expo fitness, and the expo was huge, like compared to like the Toronto Pro Show or like even like the Olympia, the Arnold's, like it was definitely comparable. It was a huge expo. The booths were insane. All the people, every single person there was fit. I don't think I saw one person who wasn't in extremely good shape. Okay, well listen, I wanted to tell you that, you know, we're really in your corner, and you've been doing an amazing job. And honestly, like, you know, like I can't tell you how much, you know, we've seen you like over the last, like since you've been with Nutrabolics, like you're like, you know, rising to the occasion. Like it's crazy. Like I see Jen, Dorie here, there, like making it happen. And, you know, we're with you. We wish you the best in this upcoming year. And, you know, thank you so much for taking the time to do the podcast.